congregation as their vacancy pastor. Pastor Grant is shepherd of the flock of St. John's in Battle Creek. He's been there almost as long as I was at St. James before I retired. And St. James congregation's been blessed to have him serve them the past 15 months. Pastor Grant preaches the gospel. It's just amazing. I know Pastor Sheila does too, and hopefully that's what you heard from the pulpit this morning as well. But as a worshiper, last Sunday, sitting in the pew at St. James, my wife and I were there and heard Pastor Grant preach about Jesus. And he reminded the people there, including myself, that our sins are paid for. Tears of joy came to my eyes, first of all, because Pastor Grant, in sharing the gospel, was reminding me that I've been forgiven. That though I have sinned against God many times over, God has put those sins away because of His Son. That brought a lot of comfort to my heart. But tears of joy also came to my eyes because I knew that for the past 15 months, the members of St. James have heard that too. As I said in my sermons, Cindy and I, we've been going over to his church because his church started at, 9 o'clock? And then I could get home, take a nap before I could go out to my part-time job in the afternoon. And you need a nap when you get 67 years old, okay? If you're not there yet, just, I wouldn't leave it. You understand, okay? But then they switched the times this fall. So now church is at 10:30 in Battle Creek and church is at 9 o'clock at St. James. So the last, 3 or 4 Sundays, we've been worshiping at St. James, and thus we were there to listen to Pastor Grant. Tears of joy that God, Holy Spirit, has shepherded His people through the preaching of Pastor Grant, and my prayers are that Pastor Lau will continue to preach the gospel when he becomes a full-time pastor, and I pray that you'll join me in that prayer too. One more thing I'll share with you, and you're not too antsy, but it won't take too long. So 3 Sundays ago, Cindy and I were at St. James, and tears of joy came to my eyes at that service too. That was a communion service. I saw many of the same elders that had served with me while I was pastor there, continuing to serve there. I saw these elders, saw their wives, saw other faithful members continuing to go to church. Now, when there's a vacancy, sometimes people, my regular pastor isn't here anymore, maybe I don't have to go to church this Sunday and so forth. And so it tends to go down. But it has not occurred there at St. James. I'm so thankful. Tears of joy that Sunday came because I saw these men and women and their children coming to church, and I know that's the same for you. When you come here, you give encouragement to your pastor to continue to preach the Word. And I'm glad for you members of St. Paul's that you're doing that, and you're doing that also for your children and your grandchildren. Because someday you're going to be called home to heaven. What's going to happen to your children? They're going to take your place. And they're going to continue to come here to St. Paul's and support the work of this church. I am encouraged in seeing you here today just as I was 3 Sundays ago back there at St. James. God bless you. I'll usher you out at the pews. I will not shake hands because COVID is still around there, but I will usher you out. Thank you.